Hey guys, this is Daniel from I Am Vanguard, and I'm here to bring you guys a new deck profile of Genesis with their new set 14 supports. Now, some of you might be a little disappointed that this is not Minerva. Of course, I did order her, but they're not here yet. So I'll have that deck profile up as soon as I get the mail, and let's get on to the deck profile for this one. So the starter for this deck is Battle Maiden Ameno Hoakari. Yeah, a little hard to pronounce. But she is a pioneer, and her skill is that every time she boosts a grade 3 Genesis, then she can soul charge one. Or she may soul charge one. That's important there because there are some times that I don't want to soul charge with her because I have enough soul. But the reason I run her is that she is a consistent way to soul charge during any part of the game. You know, at least until grade 3 she doesn't do anything, but after that she is just really consistent in being able to provide you with that resource that Genesis needs, which is soul. And there are situations where I'm gonna need one or two more souls to use either the limit break or the break ride effect, and she just fits that job perfectly because she's just really consistent in soul charging. So yeah, I really like her. I say that most Genesis users should be using this starter when set 14 comes, but that can be up to personal preference. But I like her. So, and for grade 3, of course, the main star of the deck, Sunlight Goddess Yatagarasu. She is a new ace that I really came to like. She has been unexpectedly been doing really well. But for those of you who don't know, her limit break is Soul Blast 9, which seemed like a pretty hefty cost, but for Genesis it's actually not that hard to pull off. You can even do it twice per game if you want to. But her effect is at Soul Blast 9. When this card attacks, if you pay the cost and you may draw 2 cards and stand 2 of your Genesis rear guards. So this can be a really powerful ability late game when you're about to just go for that final push. Um, and her second skill is the one that I actually like the most, which is whenever you guard for her as a Vanguard, uh, you can soul charge one of the guardians that goes from guardian circle to drop zone. Put them into soul. The limitation is that you can only do one soul charge one unit per battle, which is fine because what I really like about that effect is that you can selectively soul charge specific cards for later use, like Witch of Ravens or those Dimensional Creeper clones that I'll talk about later. But she is just really she provides a more efficient way to soul charge than any of the other Genesis units that I've seen. Some people might like Cider, but I like her better than Cider combo because you don't have to worry about throwing away your units, those like valuable shields, just to use her effect. You can just ride her, and then when she's being attacked, just whenever you usually guard for it, you can just put those into soul for better use. So that's what I really like about her. Of course, her limit break is not as powerful if you don't have those powered up rear guards, which is also why I use the other grade 3 that I'm about to show you right now, which is Oracle Queen Himiko. For those of you who don't know, set 10 is out, so I'm pretty sure most of you know about her effect already, but she is a break ride. When you ride Genesis Vanguard over her, the Vanguard gets plus 10, obvious, and the 2 rear guards get plus 5k, and the Vanguard also gets the ability to Soul Blast 3 and draw 1 card when it attacks. So you guys can probably already see the combo that you can do with Yatta is that you can pretty much stand up your powered up columns one more time. Like whether you gave it to 2 sides the power or just 1 column that huge power. The stand 2 rear guards can come in very helpful, especially during the late game when you go for that final push. So, Soul Blast 3 to draw 1 is a nice little bonus as well. provided you need to have 12 soul, but it's really not that hard. You'll have enough soul by the time you break ride, especially because you probably haven't soul charging like crazy with Himiko and then the starter. Like, so the soul is not much of an issue. As I said, you can even pull off her effect twice per game if you really want to, at which point you should be going for the game. So yeah, so soul's not much of an issue. So for those of you who are planning to build this deck, you don't have to worry too much about that. Now for grade 2, Witch of Ravens. I really don't know how to pronounce her name, but she is a Soul Blast. When she's Soul Blasted, you can Counterblast 1 to bring her back to the field. I personally think that she's a must. You must max her out in any Genesis deck because she makes use of your Soul Blast to maintain your field, and she is she makes a very good combo with either Yatta's Limit Break to go for the 5 attack if you want to, and just make use of those counterblasts that you're not using anyway. So she's a good card. She's something that all Genesis users should be maxing it out in any deck, but I guess it can be personal preference. It's just that she's also a really ideal turn 2 ride as well. So she's a good card. And for my other grade 2, I run for Witch of Owls. She is an 11k attacker when you have a Limit Break 4 unit as your Vanguard or Rearguard. The fact that she's an 8k as a grade 2 doesn't really hurt the deck that much at all, honestly. You'll get attacked a lot more easily as a 8k Vanguard, but I mean, it doesn't really matter that much if you're playing right. So the fact that she's an 11k attacker with a very easy condition is pretty invaluable to the deck, provided that Yatta doesn't have the loyalty unit like Minerva does. And she just hits for 11k easily against 11k Vanguards these days, so she's a good rearguard. And for my final lineup for grade 2, I have 3 Witch of Grapes, Grappa, I think. She is a Dimension Creeper clone as a grade 2, pretty much. When she's Soul Blasted, you can Soul Charge 2. Yep. So she just this is probably one of the cards that you'll need when you want to pull off Yatagarasu's effect twice in the game, in that she helps you just maintain your soul whenever you pay the cost. So you'll be kind of like not short on soul if you can Soul Blast her, especially if you can Soul Blast multiple of these. So, and she's also, as I said, like for the Witch of Raven, she's an ideal turn 2 ride as well. So the thing I really like about the new supports is that there are no wasted rides, should I say. So that's what I really like about them. For grade 1s, of course I run 4 Perfect Guards. Of course I discard 1 and Perfect Guard, not the Quintet Wall, because this deck already decks out pretty easily even without the Quintet Wall, and I really don't want to use Quintet Wall and just lose the game by deck out that often. So yeah, Perfect Guard is fine, honestly. So then this is probably also a card that a lot of us already know is Witch of Frogs, Melissa. As I said, for Witch of Raven, she's also a really ideal ride, and she also should be maxed out as well, so that you can Soul Charge her that frequently, and she just helps use that counterblast that you don't really use anyway, and she just helps maintain the field as well whenever you pay cost for something. So she's good. And as I said before as well, she can provide you with that 5 attack with that Yatagarasu final turn kind of combo. So she's pretty good. And I also run 3 Witch of Oranges. This is pretty much a clone for Dimensional Creeper as well. So when Soul Blast is Soulcharge 2. So as I said, for Witch of Grapes, she can kind of soften the cost that you pay for Genesis, and helps you use some effects twice as well if you want to. So and finally I run 3 Witch of Cats Cumin. I think I've been considering another great one that I can't really remember right now, but she's not bad. She's also not a bad ride as well. She just provides the extra soul charge if you ever need it. So I guess you can say she's kind of a filler, but she's good too. And for my trigger lineup, I think it's a little, or maybe it's not obvious, but I do run 12 crits. The reason I don't run draws is, well, one of the phrases I heard from somebody was that any draw trigger is too much for Genesis decks, and I do agree with him in that, like, this deck already kind of risks decking out if you are not managing your resources carefully. And I mean, 3 sets of critical triggers are available, so why the hell not? And this critical triggers can come in handy, especially during the final turn when you're doing the Yatagarasu Himiko combo. So yeah, there's that. Kind of reminiscent of Oracle Think Tank, I guess, but you know, I really like the 12 crit trigger because it scares your opponent that much more. So, and obviously 4 heals because we all love our lollies. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the deck profile for Genesis Yatagarasu style. I really like the deck. You know, I thought that this would be kind of like my filler deck until Minerva came, but Yatagarasu turned out to be a really, really good card, you know, to play as well. And I just decided to draw in Himiko when I built the deck because, first, I can't really imagine any Genesis decks without Himiko. And, you know, these two just make a really good combo, in my opinion. So, yeah, guys, that's the deck profile for Genesis. If you like the deck profile, then definitely leave a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions or if you would like to see more matches with this deck. Or if you just want to ask me about the Genesis deck and how it's been doing as well, if you want to. And definitely don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Image your victory. I am Vanguard.